And here is the Writer's Almanac for Saturday. It's the 5th of March, 2022. It's the birthday of a playwright and folklorist and a great patron and friend of William Butler Yeats, Isabella Augusta Pearce, Lady Gregory, born on this day in 1852. It was on this day, 1750, the first Shakespeare play was presented in America, a version of Richard III, performed by the actors of Walter Murray and William Keene's troupe in a little theater off Nassau Street in New York City, when the city had 10,000 residents and over 150 taverns. It's the birthday of Frank Norris, Chicago, 1870, best known for his naturalistic novels McTeague and The Octopus. McTeague, the story of a brutal dentist kills his wife only to die in Death Valley. And The Octopus, about the struggle of California wheat growers against a monopolistic railway corporation, considered his masterpiece. Norris died at the age of 32 of a ruptured appendix, just when he was becoming successful. It's the anniversary of the Boston Massacre, so-called, in 1770, touched off by an argument between a barber's apprentice and a British soldier about payment for a haircut. The soldier knocked the kid down in the street. A crowd of young men started throwing snowballs and pieces of ice at him. Other soldiers came out, and the crowd grew. Somebody rang the fire bell. More people came out. The crowd got rowdier. And suddenly shots rang out, and when the smoke cleared, 5 colonists were dead or dying. The soldiers were put on trial. John Adams was their lawyer. Nobody else would take the case. He believed that all men deserve a good defense under the law, so he took the case, and he managed to get most of the soldiers acquitted. It's the birthday of Gerardus Mercator, born in Flanders in 1512, who developed the Mercator projection to accurately project the globe onto a flat surface so that longitude and latitude lines would always be at right angles to each other. It's still in use today. Here's a poem for today by Anne Porter entitled Music. When I was a child, I once sat sobbing on the floor beside my mother's piano as she played and sang, for there was in her singing a shy yet solemn glory my smallness could not hold. And when I was asked why I was crying, I had no words for it. I only shook my head and went on crying. Why is it that music, at its most beautiful, opens a wound in us, an ache, a desolation deep as a homesickness for some far-off and half-forgotten country? I've never understood why this is so, but there's an ancient legend from the other side of the world that gives away the secret of this mysterious sorrow. For centuries on centuries, we have been wandering, but we were made for paradise, as deer for the forest, and when music comes to us with its heavenly beauty, it brings us desolation, for when we hear it, we half remember that lost native country. We dimly remember the fields, their fragrant wind-swept clover, the bird songs in the orchards, the wild white violets in the moss by the transparent streams, and shining at the heart of it is the longed-for beauty of the one who waits for us, who will always wait for us in those radiant meadows, yet also came to live with us and wanders where we wander. Music, a poem by Anne Porter from her collection Living Things, published by Zoland Books and used by permission here on the Writer's Almanac. Be well, do good work, and keep in touch.